Nice and timely. Wonderful. It's a whole lot of purple.
Distinguished guests, students, parents, members of the Board of Trustees, Academy colleagues, family, and friends. It is my privilege to welcome you to the 150th commencement exercises at Cushing Academy to celebrate the academic achievements of the class of 2025. Let's give them a round of applause. Please be seated. Today is a celebration of all that our graduates have achieved and will achieve, both as a community and as individuals. They have so much to be proud of, with triumphs in every area: academics, arts, athletics, community life, and leadership. Let's give them another round of applause. I would like to ask the Cushing faculty and staff to please stand. Yeah. We are fortunate to have a highly dedicated and caring faculty and staff who met every challenge, went above and beyond, and maintained the highest level of academic excellence possible, always while maintaining a caring and supportive environment. Class of 2025, you have partnered with these outstanding teachers and mentors throughout your time here. They were with you at every step of your educational journey at Cushing, guiding you, encouraging you, and celebrating your growth along the way. Other special members of our community also work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that you are always safe, healthy, well-fed, and happy on campus. Let us recognize and thank all these professionals who have helped shape your life as a Cushing student. Please be seated. I look upon all of you, class of 2025, and I feel proud. Proud of all that you have accomplished and the bright futures ahead of you, and pride in the Cushing mission and values our community has embodied and continues to embody every day that have gotten us to this celebration today. As I thought about what I wanted to say to you today, I was reminded of a story of one of the top heart surgeons in the world, a doctor who had just completed a highly complex procedure, and from all accounts, it went well. The charts looked okay, not perfect, but fine. The team was satisfied. It was the kind of moment where most professionals would say, that should be good enough. But this doctor paused. Something wasn't quite right. Surveying the scene and results of his work, the surgeon said, I'm not a should be good enough kind of doctor. So, although many didn't want to, he went back in. He didn't have to, but he did. That second look, the willingness to question his own best, ended up catching something that made a life-saving difference. That story and the mindset it exemplifies haunts me in the best way. It makes me ask myself, especially when I think I've done enough, was that really my best? Or was it just good enough? Was it a should be good enough kind of job? You don't need to know the details of that story to feel its impact, because at some point, every one of us is faced with that question, and how we answer it, privately and honestly, says everything. John Wooden, UCLA basketball coach, once wrote, "Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable." Knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. I've used that statement over the years, and you may have not have truly felt it until your time at Cushing. Maybe it was after spending hours preparing for a difficult exam, a realization after an exhausting win or heartbreaking loss on the athletic field, after preparing endlessly for a performance, or even after reflecting on your entire experience at Cushing and sitting here today. Hopefully, during your time at the Academy, you have had space to reflect that you made the effort to become the best version of you. So what does doing your best actually feel like? It's not pride. It's not relief. It's peace. That feeling of knowing you gave everything you had, win or lose, succeed or fail, you left it all out there. That's what real success feels like. At your 100 days until graduation ceremony, I asked you to be present during your final stretch at Cushing. I asked you to close your eyes and picture this moment, commencement. And I told you then that success is not about who you know, but it's more about who knows you and the stories that they tell about you. So make sure in your last 100 days that those stories were good ones. Now today I want to add to that. Because success isn't just what others say about you. Real success is internal. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you did your authentic best, that you showed up fully, that you stayed true, and that no matter the outcome, you can be at peace with the result. But to know you did your best requires self-reflection. And self-reflection, that's not easy. Being honest and authentic with your approach to the challenges you will face after leaving Cushing will mean that you need to confront failure, not avoid it. In our final assembly, student body co-presidents, Dorothy Kawana and Ryan Ward, spoke about their Cushing journeys. Dorothy reminded us how honest reflection, especially during hard times, can help us reframe our own stories with courage. And Ryan reinforced that sometimes reflection means confronting discomfort, pushing through doubt, and doing the hard work. The reflection they spoke of means asking yourself those hard questions. Did I show up? Was I honest? Did I quit too early? And sometimes those questions are tough to ask, and even harder to give honest answers to. That skill of self-reflection is not always comfortable, but hey, growth never is. As author and researcher Brené Brown says, integrity is choosing courage over comfort, choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy, and choosing to practice our values rather than simply professing them. And if you've ever failed and had to start over, you know how hard that can be. Vulnerability, as she also says, is where creativity and change are born. It's not a weakness. It's the starting point of doing your best. Putting it another way, Don Staley, Hall of Fame athlete and coach, and one of the most respected voices in sports today said, discipline is being able to, in the moment, not do things that you want to do, and to do things that created the habit for you to have the temptation not to. That's the essence of doing your best. Not just when it's easy or convenient, but when it's hard and uncomfortable. And if you're someone that always gives your best, you've probably felt that tension. I urge you to keep going. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Build habits, stay honest, and act with integrity. Oftentimes at commencement, we hear grand messages about changing the world, and that end result is the outcome of years and years of doing your best. As you leave today, please realize doing your best isn't always dramatic. Most of the time, it's practical, maybe even mundane. Things you've already done at Cushing or at home, saying hello, being friendly, holding doors, put a shopping cart back, put the trash bag in after you take it out. Do small things to make the lives of those around you better. They aren't rules, they're habits, and they say something about who you are when no one is watching. So, as you leave Cushing today and continue your educational journey, you already know that the world you're stepping into is rapidly changing. Think about how it has changed in the short time you've been in high school. AI has already reshaped how we learn, work, and define performance. So you'll need to reframe the question and ask yourself, what does doing my best look like in a world where machines can do a lot of the thinking? The answer, be more human. Reflect, care, show up, fail, get up, and try again. Class of 2025, doing your best is not a one-time thing. It's a lifelong habit, and you won't always get it right. You'll stumble, You'll fall short, but you can look in, but if you can look in the mirror, reflect, and honestly say, I gave everything I had, you'll be okay. So show up, stay honest, do your best. That's more than enough, and it always will be. And whatever you choose to do next, don't settle for should be good enough. Be like the surgeon and go back in. Congratulations and good luck. It is a great pleasure and privilege to introduce our speaker, Monica Guzman. Monica is a bridge builder, journalist, and author who lives for great conversations sparked by curious questions. You may know her as the author of the New York Times recommended read, I Never Thought of It That Way, How to Have Fearlessly Curious Conversations in Dangerously Divided Times, which we chose as our all-school read last summer. Cushing's mission calls for developing curious, creative, and confident learners and leaders, and our focus this academic year has been curiosity. As Monica wisely notes, at its weakest, curiosity keeps our minds open so they don't shrink. At its strongest, it whips us into a frenzy of unstoppable learning. I Never Thought of It That Way was an outstanding read for our community. It has been featured in the New York Times, the Glenn Beck podcast, and Here's Where It Gets Interesting podcast, Reader's Digest, and US News, which named it one of the 10 best books to read before college. Monica is founder and CEO of Reclaim Curiosity, an organization working to build a world that sees itself, advisor to Braver Angels, the nation's largest cross-partisan grassroots organization working to depolarize America, and host of A Braver Way, a podcast that in the run-up to the 2024 election equip people with the tools they need to bridge the political divide in their daily lives. A graduate of Bowdoin College, Monica received an honorary doctorate from Wheaton College and completed study and research fellowships at the Nieman Foundation for Journalism at Harvard, where she researched how journalists can rethink their roles to better meet the needs of a participatory public. The Henry M. Jackson Foundation, where she studied social and political division, and the University of Florida, where she worked with researchers to better understand ways to employ techniques described in her book to boost understanding. Monica serves on the board of directors for the Institute of Multipartisan Education and plays a barbarian named Shadrach in her Besties Dungeons & Dragons campaign. A Mexican immigrant Latina and dual US-Mexico citizen, she lives in Seattle with her family. We are delighted to have her husband Jason and their children, Julian and Lena, in the audience with us today. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Monica.
Hello, penguins. I can't believe you're penguins. That is the best mascot. And I love seeing all the figurines in Randy's office and everything. Hello, and congratulations. Today, you are stepping out of high school and into more independence, more freedom, and more direct contact with a world that feels so turbulent, it's hard to know how to hold on or what to hold on to. And yet, all of you will be tested. 60 years ago, almost to the day, a woman named Edith Sampson gave a commencement speech that hit me so hard when I read it years later that it became one of my muses as I wrote my book. In her speech, Edith presented graduates with a multiple choice test. A test with one question, several possible answers, and a lifetime to choose. So I've been thinking about that test a lot as I got ready to join you all today. And so with loads of gratitude to Edith, I'd like to offer you my own version of it. A test for the polarized, digitized, and even paralyzing times I know you will be moving and shaking in. The question on this test is straightforward. How will you engage with a massively confounding world? Choose one of three answers. Choice one, maximize comfort and minimize friction, day in and day out, just as much as you possibly can. In some ways, this could not be easier. You've got your entertainment, your distractions, all within reach, practically everywhere, ready to tune out any unwelcome thoughts or realities. But it's not enough. To gain the full benefits of this choice, you'll need to carefully curate your feeds and your friends. Make sure they're agreeable and predictable, that they see eye to eye with you on everything important. You signed up for companionship here, not conflict. If they don't get you, get out. Same goes with family. Realized a relative isn't who you thought they were? Caught by a question back home you want no part of? Fade away. Then ghost at will. Avoidance is your superpower with this choice. As for the news, well, it all depends. Is it entertaining? Are there showdowns that'll get your dopamine up? Friction is just fine as long as someone else is getting beat, preferably the idiots. Fair warning, the complexities of our world have a way of insisting on themselves when you least expect it. But as long as you shrink your world down to a size you can control, most of the time, all that turbulence will stay in the background. And so, thank goodness, will you. That's choice 1. Choice 2. Stand for truth and goodness and fight everything and everyone you think won't. Refuse to shrink a troubled world that needs all hands on deck. You know what's right and wrong. You know who's causing the problems. You've done your homework. You've got receipts. Avoidance? That's complicity. You're here to confront, to speak truth, to correct. The more tightly you hold to your convictions, the clearer your target becomes. Everyone who threatens them. There's plenty of discomfort in this choice too. Fear even. But that fear becomes your badge of honor. You'll wear it proudly as you step into the fight. And you won't be alone. In choice 2, you'll find the embrace of community. Allies on the right, on the left, wherever you happen to be, who feel what you feel, who know what's at stake, who will amplify your voice, validate your anger, and remind you, anytime you feel a shred of doubt, or God forbid, a flicker of curiosity, that you are most definitely on the right side of history, and everyone you're fighting is willfully, awfully not. They might remind you, too, to not ask those kinds of questions again, because, people will start to wonder about you. Choice 2 is so exhilarating, but be careful, it's also exhausting. Because try as you might to change people you care about, they won't budge. The more you try to educate them or help them, actually, the more they either pull back or prove your whole point about how clueless they are by trying and, of course, failing to change you. Sometimes in the middle of the night, you'll catch yourself wondering, if there's no one left to challenge you, is there anyone left who will really hear you and help you hear yourself? Then you wake up and come to your senses. It's a strong stance. It offers clarity, purpose, power. That's choice 2. Now, before we get to choice 3, let's take a pause, because I think you know where this is going. I'm building up to the right answer, the one noble path, the place where the real good people live and stay. But that's not how this works. Not for me, not for anyone. The truth is, I've picked choice 1 countless times. In moments when things feel really heavy, when I feel scarce, I shrink my world and convince myself I see enough. I've picked choice 2 a bunch too. When I get fired up, and I do get fired up, my husband and kids will tell you about that, I can burn people. I let my certainty do the talking when it knows nothing. Just last month, when my parents were visiting and we got into a debate across the political divide about immigration and due process, I looked my dad right in the eye, and to stand my ground, I insisted something was true that I had no real clue about. And when I checked, I was wrong. So, I mess up, and you will too, because we're human. We're proud, we're busy, and we're tired. And if we're gonna find a braver way to engage with this confounding world, we're gonna need grace. For others, yes, but also for ourselves. With that, choice 3. Choice 3 is nothing more simple in theory and difficult, almost foolish in practice, than to stay curious, to stay open, to stay in vibrant, active relationship with a world that will never stop frustrating and surprising you. With choice 3, you don't shrink the world to avoid discomfort or fight it to feel purpose. You meet the world as it really is, day in and day out, as much as you possibly can. You don't assume. This is really annoying, but in the moments you make this choice, it is clear that you can't assume who people are or why they believe what they believe. And that goes especially for whatever group of people you and your feeds and your friends talk about, but never with. Because whoever is underrepresented in your life will be overrepresented in your imagination. You can't see, you can't see the truth from a distance. So you dare to get close. This won't make you popular, I'm sorry to say, but in a sea of symbolic gestures and performances, when you do choose to fight, to push for your best sense of what's right in any given moment, you will be so effective. Because you don't disagree less, you disagree better. You don't abandon your convictions, you cultivate the capacity to understand someone else's. You don't try to change other people. You build the trust it takes to find truth together. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. But over time, discomfort becomes less of a barrier and more of a doorway. Yes, it's scary, but the more chances you give yourself to discern the difference between the real danger that can hurt you in that moment and the imagined danger that blinds and hurts us all, the more steadiness you'll find within yourself. The more you'll face the turbulence out there with the fortitude you've built in here. Love the world so boldly, you unlock the only real power to change it. That's choice 3. So, Cushing Academy, class of 2025, you've got your test. There's no grade, no pass or fail, just a lifelong practice of learning precisely where it matters most. Congratulations, graduates, and stay curious. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you. Many members of our graduating class were among the award recipients honored at our award ceremony yesterday, and their names are printed in your program. I will now present the class of 2025 awards that are reserved each year for presentation at the graduation ceremony. Before we begin, I would like to announce a few points of order for awards and diplomas. First, for the graduating class. If your name is called, please come up to the platform on the stairs to your left and exit via the stairs on your right. Families, if your graduate is called to receive an award, and when they are called to receive a diploma, a photograph will be taken by a professional photographer who will be in contact with you in a few weeks with personalized photos. Finally, because we are live streaming graduation, if you leave your seat to take photographs, which you're most welcome to do, we ask that you quickly return to your seat so that sight lines are not obstructed. And now for the 2025 graduation awards. The Holden Class of 1888 prizes are given in honor of William and Eliza Holden, both of whom truly exemplified the characteristics of loyalty and friendliness. We have two deserving recipients for this prize, Gabriella Woods and William Rollins. The Pliny A. Boyd Class of 1894 prizes are given to two members of the graduating class who have demonstrated the best spirit of general helpfulness and have the best citizenship record during the current school year. The very worthy recipients this year are Sean Hiley and Ryan Ward. The Eaton Class of 1900 and Dunn Class of 1899 prizes. The Eaton and Dunn families are synonymous with service to this academy as exemplified by Alice Eaton Dunn and Frederick J. Dunn, both of the Class of 1899, as well as Lillian Eaton, Class of 1900. Mr. Dunn was a longtime trustee and board president, and Miss Eaton taught at Cushing Academy for over 30 years. This award goes to two students who have rendered the finest service to the Academy during the current academic year. The recipients this year are Reba Hawk and Ariana Vasquez. The Senator Marcus A. Coolidge Award was established to honor Senator Coolidge's leadership as mayor of Fitchburg, a United States senator and a trustee and board president of Cushing Academy for 28 years. This award is presented annually to the presidents of the Academy's student government to highlight the importance of leadership in politics and government as exemplified by the senator's career. We have very deserving co-presidents for this award, Dorothy Kawana and Ryan Ward. The Deborah Evans Class of 1974 Award is given in memory of a young woman whose dedication to life was limitless, whose spirit brightened every facet of our school, whose warmth and concern touched everyone, and whose presence and vitality have become a cherished part of our academy. Deborah Evans gave Cushing the best of herself, facing challenges to the full extent of her abilities. This year, the recipient of the Deborah Evans Class of 1974 Award is Samantha Strebel. I would now like to invite Mr. Joseph Marzilli, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to join me in presenting the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award and the Webster Moulton 1944 Award, recognizing the highest character and finest contributions to our community. Joe?
Thank you, Randy. First of all, congratulations to all the members of the Cushing graduating class of 2025. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, all its members, we wish you the best in all your future endeavors, and we know you'll do Cushing proud out there in the world you're about to enter. I'd also like to thank Dr. Burton, the faculty and staff of Cushing, who have been with you through all your good and difficult times and have been there when you needed them. It's another excellent and accomplished year and a satisfying year by the people who deal with you day in and day out. So congratulations for another successful year to the faculty and staff of Cushing Academy. I'd also like to thank your parents, relatives, and friends who's also have been by your side through your high school years. And I'm sure you appreciate everything that they've done for you, and you'll in turn do that for others. Now to the awards. Established in 1929 and once known as the Trinity Prize, the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award is given to that student who has demonstrated the highest character and ideals, and through them has exerted the greatest influence on all areas of school life at Cushing. The recipient has earned the utmost respect from fellow students and faculty alike. And by vote of the faculty, the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award recipient for 2025 is Dorothy Kawana. The Webster Moulton 1944 Award was first given in 1945 in memory of a boy who greatly loved the school. Though stricken with a serious illness while a student at Cushing, Webster Moulton set an example of courage and cheerfulness. A capable student and athlete, he found joy in helping others and in participating in all the activities of the school. This award goes to that senior who most nearly emulates the standards of character, academic achievement, and general promise demonstrated by Webster Moulton. Again, by vote of the faculty, the Webster Moulton 1944 Award recipient for 2025 is Jacob Davis.
Thank you, Joe. Let's give another round of applause for Dorothy and Jacob and all of our award winners. The Alumni Salutatorian Award. The Salutatorian has the honor of having attained the second highest cumulative average in the graduating class. This year, the 2025 Salutatorian is Inwoo Huang.
Congratulations, Linda. Thank you. You're welcome.
The Josephine Vino Cook 1933 Valedictorian Award. The rare distinction of leading one's class academically is achieved through the pursuit of excellence, outstanding scholarship, curiosity, creativity, perseverance, and a passion for learning. The honor of leading the class of 2025 has been earned by Matthew Haig.
Just hang up here for a minute and I'll introduce you. You can put this on the table if you want.
At this time, I welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Matthew Haig, to give his valedictory address. Matt?
Thank you.
Surprise, Mom. Bet you didn't expect this. I promise I'll take pictures today. And if you took pictures with me yesterday, please send them. My mom wants to make a Facebook post. It is truly an honor to stand before you all today, and it has been incredible to listen to all the other speeches delivered. This could never have been possible without help from so many people. I'd like to start off by thanking my wonderful parents, Susan and Scott, who have given me the opportunity to attend Cushing. Words are not enough to express how thankful I am. You have been my greatest cheerleaders, always believing in my wildest dreams and making sure I worked as hard as I could to achieve them. Every 5 a.m. wake up for a ski race and every 3-hour drive to a college, you have sacrificed so much for me, and I wish I could pay back even half of what you've given me. I'd also like to represent my entire class and thank every member of the faculty here at Cushing. You are the teachers, mentors, coaches, and believers that have made every year here so impactful. You work tirelessly to make this experience great. From all the early mornings I've gone in for help in math, to all the late nights driving home, everyone back from games. Thank you for all that you do. To everyone else that has played a role in where I've gone today, thank you. At my house, we have a thing called Posco's Pancakes. Every time my brother and I have a late start or are both home on a weekend, we ask my mom to make us pancakes. Regardless of how many times we've done this, she will unfailingly botch the first pancake and then immediately take it off to feed it to my dog Posco. This is Posco's pancake, an inevitable and necessary failure, critical to get out of the way so that we can get to the delicious pancakes that we are used to. Life is filled with Posco's pancakes. Some require just a little water, and some will have you walking across the stage for the wrong award in front of the whole school. So don't be so hard on yourself if the first pancake doesn't make the meal. 2 years ago, I walked across this stage, fully expecting to receive an award for AP United States History. I hadn't even taken the class. I wasn't paying attention, and then another student, Matthew Heim, had his name called, and my entire row looked at me, and I said, sure, sounds right. And then I walked across the stage in front of the whole school to receive an award for a class I hadn't taken. Only to walk away empty-handed as Mr. Machachi gave the award to the correct Matt, who is the actual recipient. So yes, sometimes we get things hilariously wrong, but now here we are, all of us walking across the stage on purpose. And every step is a reminder of what we have put in to get here, and all that we will accomplish in our futures. There will be a lot of Posco's pancakes in life. You're going to burn some, mess up in front of a crowd, raise your hand in class and say the wrong answer. But all of these imperfect steps bring you closer to the version of yourself that you want to become. Don't be afraid of that first try. The first version of anything won't be perfect. Your first job, first business, first relationship. But as I've learned, it's the courage to fail, not the validation from success, that creates a life that's worth being proud of. Just keep flipping those pancakes, keep trying, and you'll make something great. To the class of 2025, we did it, but not alone. Even though today we celebrate us, don't forget to thank those who've gotten us here. And don't be afraid to take that first step. You'll never know where it might take you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Matt. Can I fix your tassel?
Yeah,
There you go. All right, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Matt. Let's give him a round of applause. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Seniors, are you ready? I now invite Ms. Catherine Pollack, Associate Head of School, and Mr. Rajabala, Director of Academic Affairs, to the podium to assist me in awarding diplomas to the class of 2025.
Dorothy Mutsa Kawana. Omar Mohammed Abdul Jawad. Carlos Jose Aguilar. Azat Akashev. Madden Joseph Bernier. Patrick Ryan Burton. Zachary Joseph Bottrell. Taylor Ann Buckley. Sydney Rua Carpenter. Danny Chusita Chawaldit. Jaejun Chung. Dominic Xavier Clark. Lila Grace Cotter. Brett William Cunningham. Jacob Amir Davis. Chase Lee D'Amico. Maxwell Forbes Deneen. Trevor John Edmondson. Jorge Estrellas Hernandez. Axel Kenneth Favreau. Tony Victor Gao. Aranza Garcia Acevedo. Colin Reese Geller. Alex Dominic Gomes. Marcos Alejandro Gomez. Kensley Elizabeth Good. Matthew Scott Haig. Ethan Brady Hale. Ariba Hawk. Brooke Teresa Harb. Ray Hecht. Sean Scott Hiley. Jacob Daniel Horahan. Yundi Wendy Hu. Yunran Angel Hu. Xiaoqui Daisy Huang. Inwoo Huang. Frederick DeVerne Jellum. Sori Kone. Cole Lattice. Hannah Lawrence Berteau. Mingyan Tiffany Lee. Colin Edward Leno. Yushi Lin. Joshua Oliver Litvak. Kathy Liu. Eric Wesley Lund, Jr. Emma Elise Madden. Devin Ricardo McMorris. David Hayden Melson. Benjamin Samuel Mesh. L. Lee Morgan. Nina Nguyen. Nathaniel Marcus Nord. Gabrielle Page Oakes. Vincent Pan. Michael Darren Wayne Paul Pierce. Sophia Frances Poza. Jonathan William Price. Rylan James Randall. William Michael Rollins. Christopher Eli Richards. Samuel Ramasco. Luis David Rose Martinez, Jr. Tyler James Russo. David Oxshire Scott. Nicholas James Senecal. Yi Cho Freya Shen. Huxley Devon Sky. Samantha Kathleen Strebel. Caden William Sullivan. Reno Tanaka. Lily Ann Tewksbury. Dedon Tokjan. Tree Nguyen Tran. Kiki Lee Van Hesteren. Ariana Victoria Vasquez. Ryan Thomas Ward. Zachary Logan White. Lily Winston. Lucas John Wajnus. David Frederick Wood. Gabriella Renee Woods. Emma Elena Yamashita. SSU. Pippa Jane Windsor Zed. Angelina Sophia Zender. Yulin Allen Zhang. Yingran Nina Zhou. Sam Jordan Zucker.
Thank you, Mr. Bala, Ms. Pollock, and congratulations to the class of 2025. I would like to ask the class of 2025 graduates to please stand. Parents, family, friends, members of the Board of Trustees, and everyone who is a part of the Cushing community, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the Cushing Academy class of 2025. Please be seated. Before we end the commencement ceremony, a few points of order to announce. After we sing the alma mater at the conclusion of the ceremony, we will lead our graduates into the recessional to senior walkway, where our faculty will congratulate our seniors in a final handshake for their last ceremonial interaction with Cushing Academy. We hope you will all join us for lunch following the handshake inside the dining hall, where you can enjoy it inside, or it looks like the rain's holding off, or even out. Thank you all for joining us on this special day. Thank you to Monica for being our speaker, to Mr. Marzilli for presenting the awards, and all members of our Cushing community. Please give our graduates one more round of applause. And now, please rise and join me in singing our alma mater, which is printed in your program.
Thank you.